Accused of murder and his girlfriend went before two different judges today.
Sheangshang was in Scott County Court facing a murder charge in the death of Scott County Sheriff's Deputy Caleb Conley. In a Franklin County courtroom, his girlfriend, Monica Harden, had an extradition hearing. WKYT's Kelsey Soto is in studio with an update on both of those cases. Kelsey?
Good evening. We did learn today the couple has been formally indicted in Claremont County, Ohio, facing additional charges for property crimes they're accused of committing on May 19th. We told you yesterday about the grand theft auto of an El Camino, but authorities now say the pair is also charged with breaking and entering a garage earlier in that morning and then stealing lawn equipment. Another day, another court appearance for Stephen Sheangshang. This time he virtually stood before a judge in Scott County, where he's accused of shooting and killing Sheriff's Deputy Caleb Conley. Sheriff Tony Hamilton tells me you'll find him in court each and every time showing his support.
Oh, it's very important. I want to be there for everything, every step of this case until we see the outcome of it.
Sheangshang is facing charges in Scott County, Fayette County, and now Claremont County, Ohio, for a variety of crimes allegedly committed over a 2-week period in May. Sheriff Hampton says he watched the Fayette County preliminary hearing last week, which was hard to stomach.
I heard some things that were quite disturbing by the testimony from what I heard from the detective that testified. And that's the thing we're going to have to get prepared for and prepare the family for. Is there's probably going to be some things that are going to come out that are not going to be good to hear, obviously, from what we've been through.
He says he'd like to see Deputy Conley honored through the naming of a road or highway, something he'll be working on in the near future. For now, he's glad Sheangshang remains locked up in Fayette County, away from those emotionally connected to him.
Her calls Monica Harden.
Meanwhile, in Franklin County, Sheangshang's girlfriend, Monica Harden, faced a judge for her extradition warrant out of Ohio. Her lawyer says she's been cooperating with authorities and wasn't trying to flee, just return home to Kentucky.
The court will give them 10 days to pick you up. If they do not, then they will be released. It does not mean that this goes away, okay?
Sheriff Hampton tells me they have been humbled by the outpouring of continued love and support for the department. He and his staff spend about 2 hours every morning opening up cards and donations from all over the country. He really wants to thank everyone for keeping Deputy Conley's family and their law enforcement community in your thoughts and prayers. Back to you.